Welcome to the tax platform where we discuss various matters on tax. On today's episode, we are, as usual, with Tumelran Now, who is a tax consultant or a tax expert. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Brenda. It's good to be here.
All right. On today's episode, we're going to be discussing grants, that is taxation and grants. So we may all be aware that grants are just money or funds given by the government to organizations or institutions. So say, take us through whether grants are taxable.
Thank you, Brenda, for that question. Yes, grants, whether they are from the government, whether they are from NGOs, or embassies. You know that organizations like your U.S. embassy, your U.K. embassy can give out grants to non-governmental organizations or companies to pursue certain interests that are aligned with. So I'll cover all those. So starting on the government side, government can give grants to its companies or its institutions, maybe your water utilities, your BPC. They can give them grants to pursue certain interests like building water projects, electrifying villages. So those grants for those companies, they are regarded as business income. So they'll be taxed on the income tax part or corporate tax part as we talk of business enterprises. Then when you go to the ones given to non-governmental organizations, those ones will be taxed on the capital transfer tax, because those are not really in business, but they are there to pursue some social interest to ensure that certain people have food, certain people have accommodation, and all those, or maybe pursue issues such as GBV. So that is not business income for them, but it's non-business income, and it will be taxed on the capital transfer tax part, unless, of course, if they've applied to the finance minister that all their donations or grants that they received be exempted from income tax. And also there are programs like your Land Development Fund, YDF, where government will give a loan, part loan and part grant. So that grant is regarded as business income to you because you are receiving it free. It's a benefit to you, and the income tax says, since you are receiving this benefit, it should be business income to you because you are having an advantage over other people. So that's it in terms of the taxation of grants.
Okay. Is there a difference between capital and revenue grants for income tax purposes?
Yeah, well, for accounting, yes, there will be a difference between your capital and revenue. But for tax, as long as the money is accrued to you, there is what you call the accrual concept in tax in terms of Section 11. So as long as the money is accrued to you, whether it's in terms of a contract or the government's obligation to give a certain entity that amount, is taxed, and is even taxed on the same tax year that it was given. Whether it's going to apply for 4 or 5 years, it will be taxed on the same year. And of course, for accounting purposes, you'll amortize it over the period of maybe 5 years if the project is going to take 5 years, and you'll continue to make such adjustments to ensure that you do not do double taxation.
Mm-hmm. Okay, are there any VAT or value-added tax implications arising from receiving these grants?
No, in terms of the value-added tax, grants are out of scope from VAT, though, so there is no VAT that is charged on grants.
Is there any specific reason why?
Well, it's because it's not like you are providing any service or goods.
Mm-hmm.
So VAT will apply in a case where I'm buying something from you, and then you charge VAT and you remit it to the government, or you are giving me a certain service.
Oh.
So in this case, you are not providing any service. to me.
It's
So that's
just
why
money
it's
given
called- yeah,
freely.
it's just given freely.
Okay, that was really informative. Thank you, sir. This was the Tax platform on taxation and grants. For more information, you can check out our social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and on YouTube at the Tax platform. This is the Tax platform, informing the nation on tax matters.